All right.
Hark, the herald angels sing. Glory be to Deck the Halls and good old King Wenceslas. Carol of the bell sounds for my little drummer Brony. Holly in a wreath with kings and the happy manger boy. Don't let the donkey kick over the candle. Fire, fire! Peace on earth and joy to the world.
Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Christmas episode of Guys Gotta Gotti, and we just want to welcome you. It's that time of year that we like to just kind of look around and kind of take count for everything we have. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Dennis and Joe.
Howdy, Austin. Joe, that was very lovely. Thank you so much. Happy holidays to everyone.
Yeah, happy holidays, everyone. I just wanted to share that little note I found. I woke up the other morning, and that was written out. I had to translate it. It took a while, but that's what I guess what I think about in my sleep. And I just wanted to. I was just happy that you would let me play it this time.
And I'm an inclusive guy, so you can say Happy Holidays. I will be saying Merry Christmas.
I appreciate that.
And this is like a dream journal situation?
Yeah, it comes out in like one or three languages. There's like some it's like a high old German. That's what this one was. And I had to find some old documents from when I was at university to kind of conjugate some of the verbs and know what some of the passive voices were. You heard a lot of passive voices in that, I know. But yeah, I don't know what it means, and sometimes they're shocking and offensive even to me, and I don't even know what they mean. But
so,
yeah.
did any of these come with any kind of like end time revelations, or
Great question.
Are there any kind of Somalian texts that you're discovering?
I have some feelers out. I have sent these to some scholars. Some North African linguistic authors and that sort of thing. And I haven't heard anything back, but I had the same thought. And I'm looking to see. Believe me, I'm looking to see if there's end time stuff every time. And I'll of course let you both, everyone know.
That could be real good for the show, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. That'd be great.
Well, in the meantime, let's get to the business at hand. We are Guys Gotta Gotti. We celebrate not only the holidays and Merry Christmas, but the movie Gotti starring John Travolta, the biopic. And we have a very special episode today. Not only is it the Christmas holiday episode, but one thing that we want to point out, and one thing that I've noticed, there's a lot of podcasts out there that all they do is talk about bad movies, and they make fun of movies. They find a movie that they say is bad and they make fun of it. It's rude. It's borderline offensive. I don't know. Do you guys have thoughts on this?
I know you guys have thoughts on this. The show we've been on, the best little horror house in Philly. It's dead, by the way. He goes so far as to say all these movies are the best. I know for a fact he thinks a lot of them suck.
So, yeah, that is just, it's very confusing to me. It kind of makes me angry.
Muddies the waters.
Have you heard this kind of stuff before,
George said
Joe?
that? George said that to you?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh. Interesting.
Well, there's a glut of podcasts out there, and all they want to do is talk about bad movies and tear them down. And what we want to do is talk about a good movie and put joy into the world. And so we've brought in a special guest today. We found a movie podcast where they talk about nothing but good movies, and it's called the Aaron Armadillo movie podcast, and we have with us today Aaron Armadillo.
Welcome to the show, Aaron.
Is that me?
Aaron.
Guys, hey.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, that's a scary mask.
Guys, I'm so stoked to be on here. Games, geeks, gadgets. I am
What
Aaron
about gadgets?
Armadillo from the movie Blast.
Okay.
So stoked to talk Deadpool Wolverine with you guys. I know it's been a long time coming. We originally scheduled this back in the summer, but holiday season, that's a great time to watch a great movie.
This is the Guys Got a Gotti podcast. Just for listeners, I want to say welcome again to the Guys Got a Gotti podcast.
What's up with the Halloween mask, man?
And
Deadpool.
we've got Aaron on here to talk about good movies like Gotti.
I thought we were going to talk about good movies and
Well, I thought Deadpool was pretty good. I
We
mean,
did We did the
they're a little
Halloween
violent.
episode last time, like two episodes ago.
yeah, I don't know.
So,
We don't talk about
Wait, what did
scary
you-
movies.
What show did you think you were on there,
which
Aaron?
one of you is Guy?
Guy, that's not a name.
But it's not guys like guys apostrophe. Guy Hasta Gotti.
no.
Oh.
I mean,
Okay,
kind of.
I'd recommend
but
we have
no.
a branding conversation after this record. Okay, do we want to start over?
Not really.
Okay, this was the Travolta one.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I want yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What show did you think you were on? You thought we were on a gadget show
Okay.
with Wolverine?
I think what happened was there's a show called Games, Geeks, and Gadgets, and they wanted to do a crossover with Aaron Armadillo's Movie Blast, where we take a look through the biggest hits in cinema history. And I'm wondering if like there was a GGB thing.
Well, if there's a GGG out there, we will have a conversation about branding, and we'll be having it with our lawyers.
Okay. Exactly. I mean,
Yeah, this is
It's
kind
a
of taking
show?
me by surprise.
yeah, I think they do. They don't do a lot of gadgets, quite honestly. I think maybe that's a joke.
That would be expensive.
Sounds like a joke.
Yeah, I think the plan is to start, and then you get the sponsors to come in and give you the gadgets. So they start with geeky
Yeah.
stuff, and then the gaming space. That whole sphere is really toxic.
Yeah.
You've got Mr. Beast guy getting canceled. So a lot of these game stuff, that's a market, honestly. I know me and my guys, we've talked about that too, about doing a game blast.
Well, that's a shame about Mr. Beast. But yeah, we pretty much focus solely just on Gotti here.
Okay. It was a little violent, but I do remember watching it, so I think we'll be okay. So whenever you guys want to start over, and I can pull up a Wikipedia, that's what we do on Movie Blast.
We
It's
haven't
set up like that.
we haven't really figured out how to
We're just gonna
take parts from like from now and put them in the past when you
Like
watch it.
We're gonna
we're
gonna keep rolling.
Like
This-
a Nolan thing.
this will
It's
be
li-
kind of this how it is.
It's live, like how Letterman was live. It's like that.
So, Aaron, you're a fan of good movies, and that's why we brought you on today. We know that you like to talk about blockbusters, and you've mentioned a little bit about what your thoughts were, but yeah, just your general thoughts on the movie Gotti, how you liked, what you think about John Travolta's performance, And how would you compare it to some of the blockbusters that you've covered on your show?
JT has never been better than he was in Gotti. I think they really perfected the shallow fake on Gotti. That's a loose term for the aging process. And then R.I.P. Blockbuster. You were talking about blockbusters. That's a bummer. I mean, great time to call out our sponsor, Big Wall, Aaron and Armadillo's Movie Blast. That's where we frequent. We've got a beautiful section right when you come in that it just highlights every movie we've seen. If you're looking for Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, they're going to be in that AA section, which is convenient for them. Why walk all the way to JP to get Jurassic Park when it's in AA? So I can put a word into, and maybe we can move Gotti over there as well. It might get more eyes on it.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Sort of shocked to hear that it's not already there, but
yeah, we could probably have a few words about that.
I'm gonna feel weirdly obligated to do a lot for you guys when this is over.
Well, I would look in next year, next Christmas when we do this show, we'll have maybe we'll have a half a shelf there at the wall, or a wall, Blockbuster wall.
I don't know how many copies of Gotti they carry.
Hopefully there's enough for everybody.
Are there enough for everybody, Aaron?
I think that's something that we can certainly do. I think we've got the pool, we've got the Patreon numbers that are pretty close. Physical media is coming back.
Oh, okay.
R.I.P. Blockbuster again. I gotta say though, I think Travolta might need to do something again to kind of get a little bit more juice.
What does that mean?
Well, I think when I was reading that, Richard Roper said that it was pretty well acted.
Well,
and
I
think he needs to do that more.
I mean, he did Saturday Night Fever, and I think he was on Welcome Back, Kotter, right? And then his career was really kind of dead, and it didn't really come back. It was kind of throughout the '90s, didn't really have any kind of resurgence or any kind of smash. And then we turn around and there's Connolly, and here he is in the wig, and
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty big juice up. But I understand I think I understand what you're saying.
Guy, would it be possible to turn the music down just a tad, Guy?
Who are you talking to?
Whoever's doing the music.
It might be.
That was Jennifer.
Is it the mask? The mask
movie?
kind of cutting it off, or something off, or make it? Do you hear something? Is it?
It could be reverberating and echoing.
We don't know. We don't know how the music is happening.
it's the holiday season. Miraculous things happening.
Yeah, when we kind of get together, it kind of just kind of happens. I don't know where it comes from.
All right, well, let's talk. Let's get back to movies.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
What would you say? I mean, what's your favorite gangster movie? I think is probably a good question.
The one time I watched Godfather, I thought, duh. Godfather, Goodfellas, Gotti, GGG.
Yeah, I thought of that.
The thing about those guys is they are just sort of they're just machines of violence, and there's no redeeming qualities. Whereas, Gotti, he's a family man, he's a patriot. I mean, look at this movie, it's called The Godfather. This guy doesn't even have his own kids. He's out. I mean, I guess he's nice to other families or whatever, so that's good for him.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it. I don't plan to watch it. The title alone turns me off. You know,
Won't be
Gotti,
watching that.
he's he raised his kids beautifully, and it's shown throughout the movie. And even though he, you know, didn't really wish for his son to become a gangster or to become involved in organized crime, you know, that happened anyway. And he embraced him, and he wished him success, and he gave him guidance and helped him with, in certain ways, become successful. And I don't think you see that in these other gangster movies where these guys are just, I'm going to shoot you and I'm going to kill you and I'm going to, you know, be an awful person.
In the time you could be watching all those, you could be rewatching Gotti however many times.
And then The Godfather, he kisses his brother, and then you think, oh, he's a family guy, and then spoiler alert.
Yeah,
No.
he's more American Dad.
Now, yeah, the show, TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And that's about like a gangster guy.
I haven't heard of that one.
And then Goodfellas, you know, they're kind of good up until the drugs. And at least Gotti he was nice enough to walk in the front door of a place if he was going to murder somebody. These Goodfellas, they're walking through the kitchen. And I've washed dishes. That would be.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, you should respect the, you know, the business property. You should respect the rules when you're on a property of a business. I agree.
Yeah. You know, kind of fired up lately, actually, related to that. This
What's going on, man?
This Luigi Mangione.
Oh yeah.
Whatever his name is, it really hurts me to actually even say it.
Is that a character in Gotti? Who played him?
No, unfortunately, this is a real guy.
Oh.
He shot.
Guy really, it was real, lived. Yeah.
He thought he
Gotti was real. Yeah, that's a true story, right?
Hmm?
Gotti was a real guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, you better believe it, Buster.
But this Luigi guy, he shot somebody, and I hope he spends the rest of his life in jail, or maybe even dies in jail. Gotti would not do that. He would extend his hand to the working class business people. He'd make deals with them and work it out with his business acumen. He would not shoot them in cold blood like this scum did.
I think, again, it goes back to respect. We all know the scenario. You've got a business, and someone like Gotti comes there and says, "We don't like your business. We don't want it here anymore," you know, and trash the place or do whatever. But they don't just start shooting people, you know, randomly. There's a lot of buildup, you know, before that, and Luigi has just jumped ahead of line or whatever. I mean, he just skipped so many steps, and it's so disrespectful. And I'm not Italian, but I feel like it really is. It gives Italian people it's a bad look for Italian people.
Yeah, and look, if you have a problem with the powers greater than yourself, or that go through the proper channels. History has shown again and again and again and again. Change happens when you organize and peacefully go through the proper channels, and you know that's how the world is supposed to. We can't you can't take the law into your own hands, and whether you're a superhero like Gotti or a vigilante Canadian foreign assassin like Deadpool, the merc with a mouth, you know. It's just not. I don't care for it either. And I've never seen Austin this mad. I don't think. So
It's all
just to
about
let you.
checks and balances.
We just met, but I think I'm getting the flow, and I think everybody needs a Stacy Keach in their life, and whether that's a Powers Booth type, whether that's a Tommy Lee Jones type, we need whether it's an uncle or a handsy neighbor. You need somebody that's
these were people you were saying?
Yeah, I think
Powers Booth, that's a name?
Yeah. That's man, you got a great world of cinema ahead of you. You don't know.
He controls lightning, right?
No, that's
through
Raiden
phone lines?
from Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
Also good, coming in our video game series. With that, that's Games, Geeks, and Gadgets again. Sorry.
Yeah,
wanna
Powers
find
Booth
out who
was
these guys are.
good. He was a good actor, and he was the dad on Different Strokes.
Oh, yeah, I know him. I remember that show.
Yeah, he's a real role model in addition to those other guys. Stacy Keach, I mean, we know him, from Gotti. He was great. And then, the other names. Now you had mentioned that John Travolta should do something, to like get his name back out there. But what I want to let you know, and that and another reason that we brought you on this podcast is because we've been out gathering signatures, and we have so many. And we went out to Black Friday and we didn't participate, but and bucking the national trend, many people in our community didn't participate, and many people were out there doing various protests, and everybody was passing around crazy petitions. I don't even know half the ones that I signed. It was like I think one of them, unfortunately, was like a was to cancel circumcision, which I mean, I want circumcision. I want
saw
people
that
to be
guy.
circumcised.
Saw that guy.
And I accidentally signed his thing, but whatever.
Yeah,
So
I
we
hit
got
that hat. Yeah.
we got so many signatures for our petition, and our petition is to put Gotti back in the theaters. Bring it back, re-release it, and make it eligible for awards again.
Put it up on 70 millimeter.
Okay.
So
It was snubbed.
big time.
Is our thing.
So
Now,
we
if your name's on the bottom of that petition, you could just cut the tip off.
okay.
Yeah,
Well-
that's why you always sign the bottom of any petition.
He was wearing a hood, and I couldn't really see his face, so I didn't.
He would
really
not
approach
take it
him
off.
either.
Okay. So
And besides the opening of the hood was pretty nasty looking.
It
So
was
I
very
don't
hygienic.
know if we wanted to see his face, but I don't want to talk about that guy anymore. I'll be honest. What
Our
I
friend
want,
Micah didn't want to go anywhere near him. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry, Dennis.
that's okay. What I want to ask is,
That guy, he was being a dick.
Mhm.
he was kind of, yeah, he was being a real dick.
He had a lot of balls.
I prefer when you can see like a helmet from across the parking lot, and you know that that guy's got petitions to sign.
Yeah, or like an official,
Yeah, yeah.
like a
Something with like a
uniform.
little slit in the front to kind of indicate from a long distance with some contrast.
It pisses me off when they don't do that.
Yeah, here he comes. He's coming right at me.
I had my petition helmet on when we were there. It's just good
Second
practice.
Look, if I could go back and look him in the eye and say, like, I'm not signing this, you can, stop trying to give me the shaft, stop jerking me around. I'm not signing your gross petition. You're a gross person and get out of here.
Just tell them to wrap it up.
Fling that mess elsewhere, dude.
But we'll see. I mean, hopefully nothing comes up, nothing, this isn't fruitful, and then my name isn't dragged through the mud in some fashion, but
Yeah.
wouldn't be the first time. Hey,
Well, maybe you get lucky and he'll prematurely submit these and they won't be enough signatures.
I hope so.
If we had had any foresight, we would have, maybe gone to the other side of the parking lot. It was pretty busy on throughout, so we could have kind of moved around and tried different crowds. But
Well, we've got enough signatures to now. We feel pretty comfortable that we can get Gotti back in the theaters. And, as our sort of resident movie expert, we were wondering if you have any advice to give us on to, where we should send this, who we could send it to, a name, an address, any kind of information that you could give us.
Well, I can tell you, over COVID for my niece's birthday, we rented out a theater. You can show whatever you want. I mean, if getting Gotti in a theater and if that's how you're wanting to see it, I think that's possible.
I think that the goal is to it would be like more of a national scale. Like, how does that
I think
work exactly?
I think you're premature. I think it's too. You probably need to wait for like a 10-year.
So we wasted our time. We wasted a bunch of time.
I think you did some fact finding.
We did meet that guy who had that cool doll collection.
It was cool.
I mean, you guys left, but I stayed and looked at him.
Well, okay. I'll take this just a minute, and I will apologize because I know what I said in the last episode, and I know that after we were hanging out at the mall, and when the turkey men come off stage, they were like high-fiving people and everything. And yes, I know that somehow I got invited back to their van, and I did get high with them, and I do apologize for that. I'm sorry for getting high and freaking out at Black Friday again. Every time I would go up and talk to somebody, they would walk away from me and so quickly. And for some reason, it just convinced me that I was being trampled. And I know that didn't really help. Thankfully, we got the signatures that we got. Hopefully this is water under the bridge. I do want to just apologize to you guys for going back on my word. But it's the turkey men. When they invite you to party, you're not going to say no.
It was a tough weekend, but we got the signatures, and I think we had a fantastic Cyber Monday.
Oh yeah, definitely. Aaron, you get anything good on Cyber Monday?
I was actually worked. I worked from that Thursday through that Monday. Those were sort of peak hours, so I was flipping between Uber and Lyft, and made an absolute. I made my month for sure. So
you didn't have a minute to just hop on the phone and it's all online.
Well, no, because that's how I use my apps. That's how I get directions and stuff.
Okay.
We can send you some of the email lists we're on that'll show you all the good deals. It already happened, but they send out weekly reminders leading up to Cyber Monday, and they're already counting down.
My sister does a pretty good job of like getting stuff for her kids, and she's nice enough to put my name on, on something for them. And then more often than not, trying to set the stuff up for my niece and nephew. They get to play with it for a little bit, so it's usually We usually do Christmas a few days after because that's no longer peak. There's like a gap there between Christmas and New Year's because New Year's, obviously, I want to drive and maximize time. So, and then we'll record in between that. Um, so I do feel a little disconnected because I don't get to get with the crowds and stuff and get that community. Um,
Wow,
What's
that's really
the-
heavy.
but
What's the driving like on the 4th?
it's bright. You can see. Um,
A lot of driving
it's
to the
mostly-
emergency room.
Yeah, it's mostly okay. Usually, you know which neighborhoods not to go into. Um,
It's like because they got the streets blocked off for their parties, or
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the last time I tried to get them to clear the street, some guy came out and had a real attitude about it. And then I just wanted them to move a hot dog table, but some 20-year-old was talking to some 16-year-old, and guy, let me get through here. I get it if there's kids on bikes and stuff. I know to use a different street, but
Dennis,
think-
remember?
I think
Dennis,
people
remember last?
forget-
Hold on, Aaron. Hey, Dennis, remember last 4th of July? We had we finished a case of Bush Heavy, and then we got an Uber because we were gonna go over to my cousin's house, and that guy came out and you whipped that beer at his fucking head. What a
Yeah, that
fucking
was-
idiot!
A blast.
And we took a lift and got the fuck out of there.
I think we'll ever party like that again.
Yeah, that was good 4th of July.
That was really fun. Holy shit. Oh my god. Just like spilling
I bet
beer
you're,
in that
I bet you're seeing
fucking
5
guy's
stars,
car.
you shithead.
It was so funny.
Ugh, fuck.
That sounds pretty cool.
It was fun.
so. Speaking of beer, I don't know if we want to kind of get into our kind of year-end wrap-ups that we want to do, but I've kind of gotten a little more into beer myself. Turned into a craft beer man. This Blue Moon. Thought I'd spring for something a little nicer this time.
My brother says that sometimes people put an orange with that.
It's got one on the can. I don't know how you'd put one.
Oh, that it must be in there already.
Just
then.
eat it.
I think so.
Okay.
You do it like with a tequila and lime. Like you drink a little bit and then you eat a segment.
I'll try that next.
Well,
I had a Corona last year when I went to go see Fast X, and that was
You could put fruit in that too. You know what I mean?
like a cherry.
What
Sure.
was it
Yeah.
a bottle or a can? Because it kind of gets into the same.
Oh yeah, that complicates things.
it was this was a rougher neighborhood. They put it in a plastic cup for us.
Oh yeah, okay. You could
Oh,
you could put like an apple in there.
Yeah, you could get a sword, and then you could have like a piece of like an apple chunk and a cherry, and like a little watermelon sliver.
They did have a crazy straw that was like a crazy like exhaust pipe.
That. So it's like a car. Oh, I get it.
Explain it to me afterwards, Joe. I don't think I'm following it, but
I just was being polite. I don't get it.
It's, you go
Well,
I just know what a
Mm.
straw is.
like this.
What did it have to do with fruit, though?
No, it was a straw.
Oh,
Guy said something about a sword through an apple, and that reminded me of things that I saw sticking out of stuff.
What guy? Yeah, I've my year's kind of wrapped up a little oddly. About apropos of the holiday, I have been dealing with a real Krampus. Um, my landlord, Mr. Fitzmartinez, and as far as I'm concerned, anyone that can come into my house without me knowing and take my shit is a Krampus. So, I'll be kind of fending him off for the next few days, and hopefully I'll be able to get out and go and celebrate somewhere somehow. But it's gonna be my week.
Man, I would say change the locks, but I guess you'd have to contact
that,
him
yeah.
if you wanted to do that. It's kind of a
gets in.
catch-22, yeah.
Yeah, he just gets in. I don't know how.
Man, oh boy, what do you even do? It's a
Kill him,
nightmare.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, stand your ground, man, you know? I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull out my inner Kevin McAllister and see how that goes. But
hell yeah.
yeah. Pretty
If
simple.
he's a landlord. He's got old paint cans and stuff around there. Take a look.
Oh, dude, Joe has plenty of paint cans. Don't even.
Yeah, yeah, paint cans.
I,
Not for paint though.
I tried to get you to throw some of those away after your last project, and you held on to them.
Well, I've gotten really close to some of them, and they've been there for me the past few weeks, this past year. So I just want to make sure I just want to make sure before I get rid of them, or if they find a home.
Have you tried going out the window?
I mean, if I've tried every entrance I can think of, next step is like get some sage and consult some, I don't know. I don't know. I don't deal with spiritualism a lot, but I think I just have no other options now. So, I want my
that's
Blu-ray
crazy
player
to me,
back.
Joe. You're probably the most spiritual guy I know. Isn't it?
Yeah, I'm spiritual, but I'm not ritualistic, if that makes any sense.
Not really.
Well, I take it to mean that you approach the spirit from a different way every time.
I believe in ghosts and stuff. I just don't think there's anything I can do about it, I guess is what I think.
Right on.
I don't know.
Well, fellas, the end of the year is turned out great for me personally. Another thing that you may have heard about in the news, I got officially pardoned by Joe Biden. Everything that happened in Australia is completely wiped off the books. Now, as far as Australia is concerned, I have no idea. I don't know what they've worked out on their end, and I don't care. I'll never go back to that shithole again. Thank you, Joe Biden.
That's wonderful news. I'm glad you will be officially allowed to leave your house now, and we won't have to kind of wrap your ankle in aluminum foil anymore.
Well, that has been our national nightmare is over, as they say.
It was kind of fun to do, though. It was kind of like an adventure, but it will be nice. It'll be better for you to be able to, I'm sure, be able to like move around freely and not have to disguise and that kind of thing.
And I can apply for a freaking job finally.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like that'll be fantastic.
I bet
Got a car?
I bet if you get a job at that food court, we could probably get priority Turkey Men tickets next year.
I will go down there and put in some applications tomorrow.
I get $100.
What a
if you
beautiful
sign up
story.
for Uber.
What's that?
If you got a car, man, I get $100 if I sign you up for Uber. If you put my name, I'll split that with you.
Tempting, and that is something to think about. And
Well,
I
you could sign
appreciate
up.
that.
You can always just sign up and not drive, right?
No, I don't get it until he logs his first drive.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Me and my brother tried to
Oh yeah.
list the names from a petition we found and tried to sign up a bunch of fake Uber accounts, and it didn't work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like this whole thing has helped me turn over a new leaf, and I really think I'm gonna, pretty much be a law-abiding citizen, to the extent that I can.
That's so nice to hear. What a resolution. And just like all those freeloading college students, you got pardoned. What a wonderful thing.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm real happy for you. That's a good story.
I think next year is really looking up for us all. Me personally, not a great year. I've kind of chronicled the debt that has kind of taken hold of me and swam up to around here, as people say. And it's been tough. I cut the credit cards. I was able to go find the pieces, and I cut the little chip part. So that's hopefully taken care of. But the debt has not stopped. I'm talking to Dave about it. We're coming up with some plans. It's not actually Dave. I'm kind of talking to like the guy running his program at this in our town. But I think we have some good ideas. I will be suing the credit cards. I haven't yet. I'm going to, and I expect to win. I've talked to a lawyer. They kind of laughed a little bit, but he said, yes, you will win.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you're being optimistic, and it sounds like your lawyer is a guy who is a jolly, he's probably in a jolly mood because it's the holidays, and he's being optimistic, and I like the sound of that.
I think he was laughing because he knew it would work.
Yeah,
It's hard
like
to not be pessimistic and just think that these credit card companies are going to get pardoned too,
yeah, I
hope
want to
not.
get that.
They're just.
I want to get that
Sorry,
lawyer's
guy, go
name.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
you
you
go.
guys.
I want to get that lawyer's name because I've been getting these credit cards. I've been accumulating them, and they started to not work. So I might want to get in on that and find out what's going on with these people, with these companies, these bad cards, weird cards.
Make sure you cut the little square thing on it. That's
Oh,
that's
card,
how they find
not
you.
not the person who owns the card. The card. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
the card.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Aaron, any year-end wrap-up news that you've got for us?
It's been pretty rough here. My sister was supposed to get married, but the
Mazel tov.
yeah, we were excited. I mean, I'm not excited about her fiance moving in with us. But the AC/DC cover band that she found, they're a later year AC/DC band, not a Bon Scott AC/DC cover band.
Austin's out. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry. I just.
No thunder strike, no dice.
Yeah, and so they've since delayed that, trying to find another one. There was a ZZ Top cover band. They look like ZZ Top, but they only do shows during not Christmas season because they're also Santas. So it's a busy.
That's when I want to hear ZZ Top.
Yeah, it feels like a missed opportunity to sort of marry those two things together, and You got ZZ Top Santa's coming out and singing
That's when I'm looking for
Rudolph
some
to the
tush.
fucking tuna legs or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking for some tush around Christmas, buddy. Sorry.
Dressed elf.
Hell yeah.
Those
Yeah.
beards are kind of. You can probably shape it like to like a Santa.
I think they just yank. They do like a this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they'll get. You'll see them back there just because it's out here, and then they.
Guys, yeah. Straighten it out.
Yeah, we're a big rock family. I really wanted her to do like a Foo Fighters. But with the news of Dave Grohl, she thought that that'd be inappropriate. It'd be like a bad precedent, you know. So
What happened? He killed the drummer?
yeah,
It's fucked up.
Yeah, I love
That's a
Foo
downer.
Fighters, so that's a bummer.
yeah. So and that's a really fun band. That's called Food Fighters. The cover band that I tried to get her to do, but she was afraid of a food fight. So, and I said, well, what are you going to do when they sing Big Balls?
Meatballs.
Well, that's
Right.
a Bon Scott.
Yeah. Well, I think she's hoping to get a Bon Scott to sing Big Balls. And I'm thinking she's going to have every dude in our family just thrusting, you know.
Yeah.
You don't, you're there with a flower girl on your feet, and then Big Balls starts.
It's the type of music that forced the circumcision guy would like.
Yeah.
Real crass stuff.
Yeah. All right, what movie did you guys want to talk about today?
Well, God damn it. You know, Aaron, this has been really fun having you on, and we appreciate it. We had hoped maybe for a little bit more movie expertise. You know what? Let's do a fun game. Your co-hosts are Movie John and Stanley. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Movie John didn't start with us. He's kind of the adopted host now.
So why don't
I
you
like
do
to
us
point that out whenever I can.
do a thing and then tell us which out of us three you say is the Aaron and who's the Movie John and who's the Stanley?
Wow. Whoever's controlling the music, you're the Aaron. I think I gotta go. Stanley, Movie John.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think maybe like Joe is more like the Aaron. He's kind of like the host. And then like I think that Austin is more like the Movie John. He's more like the wild card. And then I would be like the Stanley, since I'm kind of just like the no nonsense kind of, debonair swab type.
Okay.
But
okay.
there is a little bit of Aaron in all of us because we do love Gotti so much, and I think when you really get to know us, you really start to understand. Oh wow, I think these guys they really do enjoy this movie. It's not just to talk about for podcasts. So yeah, I think we may have our little kind of eccentricities, but I think it all kind of comes back to Aaron.
Yeah,
Well-
none of us have an inner dialogue either. So we
Okay.
also have that in common.
Okay. I'm starting to think more people don't. I think people are
I know
faking
what you
it.
mean.
But yeah, I mean, I hope I hope everybody has a little Aaron in them, and specifically their ears, bi-weekly. Feel free to check out our Patreon, patreon.com, AAMB. Like I said, bi-weekly, we've got Stanley, the movie guy, Movie John's coming in. Let me take this time to plug Movie John's new ebook. I don't think he has a title yet, but it'll be covering the Michael Bay Transformer series. Um, I think the Bumblebee movie kind of slowed that down because now he wants to do that as an epilogue. And Stanley's been working hard on his graphic design, obviously. So his wife is a dental hygienist, and her office gave her Adobe.
Oh
So
shit.
he's been playing around with that, I think we got a good product. It's about being positive. There's too much negativity in the space. I think people like to critique other people's work for their benefit, and that's wrong. I think they want to talk about classic good movies for a reason. And the benefit to that is positive. Those are positive benefits that come back around. So,
Well, that's wonderful, man. Nobody could have said it better. Thank you so much. And, just you people out there watching and listening, celebrate those good movies. Watch good movies, watch Gotti, watch the stuff that Aaron and those guys tell you to, and don't get bogged down in any of that hateful nonsense.
That's right.
So gather your family around, show them something good. Hopefully Gotti. Turn the lights down, and then just turn the volume up and watch it.
Yeah, and in between Gotti's, throw in a Jurassic Park, throw in a Tom Hanks, or whatever if you need that. I don't know, a Bond movie.
I just usually let it loop.
Yeah, but sometimes grandma doesn't want to hear fuck a lot, and she can't really get rid of her. So, sometimes you got to throw on a White Christmas or something that people say they love.
That's the time when I kind of just go sit in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Joe, did you want to close this out with a word?
Oh yeah, no, I don't have anything prepared. I just wanted to let everyone get everyone on board with this new program I'm starting. It's a improv debate show called Yes and Well Actually. So it's going to be really annoying, and I hope it's just the most annoying thing ever. So
that
look for
sounds
that in the
hilarious.
future. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll
I like
piss
that.
off.
Yeah. I love that kind of comedy.
No one's, even we don't like doing it.
yeah. Are you guys gonna launch a Patreon? Are you gonna go ad supported? What do you?
But no, I think we'll just keep doing what we're doing. I think it's working out pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Also not to be rude, but kind of none of your business.
Thanks for joining us, Aaron. I know we had a bit of a
Thank you.
mix up earlier, but maybe come back sometime. And we'll all be a little more prepared. I thought we were prepared, but
Yeah, we were well prepared.
Yeah, we could coordinate beforehand. Yeah, and figure it out.
Or maybe have a gadget or something. That's more comfortable.
Tell your other guys we say hello.
Yeah, wonderful show. I love the guys.
They'll be good. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
oh
Is
yeah.
that
Hold on one second, man.
Oh, okay.
Happy
Merry
holiday.
Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. Thanks for watching. Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody.